Long ago, in the grand and glittering palace of Versailles, lived a king who never expected his world to crumble. His name was King Louis XVI. He was not a cruel man, nor a great one either. He was simply a king born into power, wearing a crown that grew heavier with every passing day. France, his kingdom, was once the envy of Europe. But beneath the beauty of golden halls and royal feasts, something was terribly wrong. The people were starving. Bread, the simplest food, had become a luxury. Mothers watched their children cry through the night, while the wealthy danced under chandeliers of gold. And far away from their suffering, in the palace, King Louis XVI and his queen, Marie Antoinette, lived in a world that felt untouched by pain. But hunger has a voice, and soon it became a roar. At first, it was whispers in the streets, then protests, then chaos. The people of France had grown tired of unfair taxes, tired of empty stomachs, tired of a system that gave everything to the rich and nothing to the poor. In 1789, something changed forever. The revolution began. Crowds filled the streets of Paris, their anger rising like a storm. They marched not just for bread, but for justice, for equality, for a new world. And then, one day, the storm exploded. The people attacked the Bastille, a massive prison that stood as a symbol of royal power. Its fall sent a message across all of France. The king was no longer untouchable. Back in Versailles, King Louis XVI was confused. He did not understand how things had gone so wrong. He tried to fix things. He called meetings, made promises, but it was too late. The trust of the people had already shattered. Soon, the royal family was forced to leave their palace. No more golden halls, no more safety. They were taken to Paris not as rulers, but as prisoners of their own people. Desperate, the king made a choice that would seal his fate. He tried to escape. In the dead of night, disguised and fearful, the royal family fled the city, hoping to reach safety and gather support. But they were recognized, captured, and brought back in shame. From that moment on, the people no longer saw a king. They saw a traitor. France was changing rapidly. The monarchy was abolished. Power now belonged to the people. And for the first time in history, a king would be judged not by divine right, but by law. King Louis XVI stood trial. He was accused of betraying his nation. The verdict came swiftly. Guilty. On a cold morning in January 1793, the former king was led to the guillotine. The same people he once ruled now stood in silence, watching. This was no longer just a man. He was a symbol of an old world that had come to an end. As he faced the crowd, King Louis XVI tried to speak, but his voice was drowned out. Moments later, it was over. The blade fell, and with it, the monarchy of France fell too. But the story did not end there. The revolution continued, bringing hope, chaos, and bloodshed. It changed France forever, and it sent a message across the world. No throne is forever. No king is untouchable. And when the voices of the people rise, even empires can fall.